1 FM. Tune in and find biblical help, guidance, and inspiration for answering life's questions.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160, quarter before 10 o'clock on this beautiful morning today. A bit of a nip in the air, but that doesn't matter to the Humane Society people. They're covered with fur. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And Beth Finnegan is here along with Bob Nastase. Good morning.
Good morning,
Sean.
It's good to have you both with us here today as we talk about the Humane Society and the various things that you do in the community. And we do need to start out this morning talking about how cold it is and what that means to people who have pets or people who know others who have pets. And especially protecting them. I know that you protect them there at the shelter, but you'd like to see everybody be able to protect their pets.
Imagine this for just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife puts you outside in your pajamas and your bare feet on a day like today.
Uh-huh.
And then to go a step further, she ties you to the pole out in the yard. And she does feed you and water you,
Mm-hmm.
but within a half an hour, your water is frozen and your food is frozen.
Gee, you don't know my wife very much, do you?
That being said,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that everybody's being really mindful of when they take their pets out, even if it is just to go to the restroom quickly outside. You need to watch for signs of your pet shivering, picking its paws up.
Mm-hmm.
It means that they are way too cold, and you got to whisk them inside and get them warmed up.
get their pads warmed up. There can be snow and actually ice between the pads on their feet. You need to get that immediately off of them, or there's frostbite potential.
Yeah, the
Right.
damage can be permanent. Too.
Right.
That's one of the things. It's a shame that we need laws that tell us how to take care of our pets and of the need to do so, but we do. And we've got them in place. And people can actually help those pets even if they're not theirs and I know that they don't want to get involved in this way, but if you have to report somebody for not caring for their pet, you have to do it.
Right, that's right. If a situation deems some concern from you, we encourage you to reach out to our humane officer, Samantha McCoy, and the way you do that is either by calling the Humane Society at 724-765-7387 or emailing her at humaneofficer15701@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Provide details, give addresses, give as much detail as you can, and certainly also leave your name and phone number if you are leaving a message, so we can reach back out to you and if we have any further questions. So it happens, and we want to be the voice of these animals, and if they are in harm's way, we want to make sure that we get them taken care of.
Yeah.
And also educate their owners.
Yeah.
And people with outdoor pets, I mean, that does exist, and you should consider on nights like last night and tonight bringing them in, even if it's in the basement. It's better than being outside.
Yeah.
And people caring for community cats. We have a post on our website and our Facebook of how a woman makes a nice cozy little cat shelter out of a tote and a foam, the $3-4 foam cooler.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Cats are prone to having their ears frostbitten. We have some at the shelter that have had their ears frostbitten. And, people just need to pay attention a little bit.
Yeah. Now, for those people who have pets and need to take them outdoors, we might say, well, they got fur coats.
I know.
They should be plenty warm. It's not always the case, especially if it's a dog or a cat, but especially a dog that is used to being indoors.
Yes.
To all of a sudden have to go out and endure something like that, or just going out on its normal walk that it wants to go on. You actually have a little dog coat for them, huh?
We do. At our retail store at the shelter, we have fantastic dog coats that are lined, that have reflective tape on them and stuff. And they're just $10. And we encourage people to come on over, buy a dog coat for their dog, and just make them a little bit warmer, especially on these chilly days.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that there's a genetic factor to all that too. I mean, we take a Chihuahua, which is from warm weather climates, and we bring him to Western Pennsylvania. We take a a Saint Bernard, which is basically from European Alps, and we bring them to wherever, Arizona or Western Pennsylvania. So, some animals aren't necessarily supposed to be here. We have brought them here.
Yeah, and you think of huskies most of all because there's the image, the popular image of the husky loving the cold.
In summertime, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
That's right.
Speaking of heat, you actually did some improvements at the Humane Society to the HVAC system. Huh?
We did. We recently received a bequest, and we used some of that money to make these HVAC improvements at the shelter. They have made us much more efficient. They're going to save us lots of money on our energy bills, and there's UV lights that they put in for odor and bacteria and virus control, and we're just very thankful. We're thankful for any and all donations, supply donations, monetary donations, and bequests are especially wonderful because this is something that this individual thought of when he was planning out his estate, and he made the choice to make a donation of some money after he passed to not only us, but also Four Footed Friends, our other wonderful shelter in town. Mm-hmm. And we're just really honored that he thought to do that. And that's a wonderful thing to do, when you're thinking about where your assets might go to after you pass.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we appreciate people like that. Of course, the need to raise funds is constant for the Humane Society, and you've got a couple of events there. And we'll talk about that in a second or so. I wanted to talk about cremation services, though, because this is something relatively new at the Humane Society. It's been there for a while now. How has it gone?
It's going good. It's going really well. We are up and running, and we are available for to the public for cremations of their loved pets that have passed. We are a full-service crematory, and it's difficult when you lose a pet. And at Forever Loved Cremation, which is the name of our cremation service, we're here for you. We're here to help you through this difficult time. We certainly have urns and memorial things that you can purchase to remember your pet. And if anybody's interested in learning more, they can call 724-465-3977. And also information is available on our website, incohumanesociety.com.
Yeah. And we've not only done that out of wanting to help our people in their pets. I mean, we're trying to improve our financial situation there by creating another revenue stream. And so in a way, one pet's passing can help another pet that's still living.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it. Mm-hmm. It really is. Because the need for care is ongoing and will never go away, and that's good. That's the reason you are there, is to provide that sort of care. So let's talk about some of the fundraising efforts that you have done and have in the books or in the plans.
Yeah, well, I did want to mention the Betty White Challenge was an amazing event for us and other shelters in our area. On Betty White's birthday was January 17th. And nationwide, the challenge went out to donate to shelters. And we were certainly the beneficiaries of that. And it was just overwhelming to see how people came together and donated supplies and money. And we look forward to doing this again next year, and in honor of Betty White and her love of animals. And it was just really, really cool.
Yeah, that was terrific. And I knew we got stories from Los Angeles where Betty White lived, and how the particular shelter that she was interested was doing because of that. And we were wondering, well, what about locally and around the nation, all of the different animal shelters?
There were jars around town at different businesses where people were collecting money. Mm-hmm. Domino's donated a portion of their sales that day to the shelter. Tremendous. People on PayPal made donations in honor of Betty White.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, what a legacy. Really sweet. But coming up, we have our spring gun bash.
Gun bash, yes, sir.
Yep, it's on.
Bob seems especially excited about
Well,
that, doesn't he?
Bob loves the gun bash. He's the MC, and
Uh-huh.
he really hams it up there, I must
He makes
say.
it a show, do you, Bob?
Yeah, I try and make it entertaining.
Yeah. So the gun bash for the spring is on Saturday, April 2nd at the Altman Fire Hall.
Mm-hmm.
It is really fun. Every 10 minutes we either are drawing a winner for cash or a winner for a gun. It goes really quickly. The first drawing is at 4:20, and the drawings continue up until 7:30, and there's food and beverage. And
The last one, I threw some T-shirts into the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And so go ahead.
We'll do things like that again, and like Beth said, it's going. There's baskets. There's $100 every 20 minutes, a gun every 20 minutes, overlapping each other, so you have something going off every 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. So tickets are $20. They are being printed as we speak, so they'll be available at the shelter starting next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
And you want people to line up for that baby quickly, don't you?
Oh,
Yep.
definitely, because it does sell out. Yeah.
That's Saturday, April the 2nd.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
the
is.
one in the falls, the tickets sold out a week to 10 days before the gun bash.
All right. So people will know it's coming. They need to check the website or just call the shelter. How?
They can call the shelter.
Call the
They
shelter
can
and push it up.
certainly check the website.
Mm-hmm.
And tickets are available. So we encourage people to get them early.
And
So-
we'll have people out there selling them too. So
Yeah.
So that's the big spring event
it's
fundraiser.
the first one coming out of the winter doldrums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's terrific stuff. And I'm sure that you're in the planning stages for others. You have things.
Oh,
going
most
on.
definitely. We'll have our
flea market.
Yeah, our flea market is going to be coming up in late May or early June. So if people have items that they want to donate to the flea market, start getting them aside, and we will let everybody know when we're accepting those donations. That's a fun one.
Right. Don't just haul that whatever you don't want anymore away. We'll try and sell it at a flea market. So
There you go. That's a great plan. Great plan. All right, Indiana County Humane Society. You can check them out, their Facebook page, their website, and keep giving, folks, because they really, really need your help. Appreciate it, both
Thank
of you
you.
today. As we talk with Beth Finnegan and Bob Nastase, and it is the Indiana County Humane Society, and that is pretty much going to put a licking on this program here today, too, because we're out of time.